Guide to Chorrol. Chorrol is a medium-sized town in northwestern Cyrodiil between the Great Forests of West Cyrodiil and the Coven Highlands of the Amafel border. Situated in the rugged highlands of Colovia, the city's grounds are strewn with large boulders that set the mountainous mood of the city as much as they serve as obstacles to pedestrians. Okay, I ain't got nothing to do, but we're gonna read it still. So, Guide to Chorrol, press standard on the 9 and hold the sense. My name is Alessia Otus, and I would like to tell you all about the town of Chorrol, Castle Chorrol. Chorrol is the county seat of County Chorrol, and is ruled by Countess Ariana Valga, a very prosperous woman and mother of the beautiful and virtuous Alessia Carroll, Countess of Leyawiin. Countess Ariana is a devout and a righteous follower of Akatosh and sets a fine example for her people by her devotions in the chapel of Stendhal. Her husband, Count Charis Valga, was a stout defender of the faith and follower of Stendhal, and his death in battle against the Heaven North clansmen of SKYRIM was greatly lamented by his people. Alessia Carroll has been a good wife to Count Marius of Leyawiin and a dutiful daughter, and she is often seen visiting Charos and her saintly mother. I am also pleased to report that the Castle Mage is a righteous and godly servant of the Nine, unlike so many wizards who neglect the chapel and the faith. Channel of a magical training for those eager to smite the ungodly, and it would be much better to go to her than to some wicked mage guild wizard. The Countess holds court every day in the fine great hall, except on Sundays, of course. She has a very fine hair and steward, and the castle is neat and well ordered. It also has a strong dungeon jail for evildoers. Those, I'm sorry to say, that the guards are often lax in their duties and fail to arrest and lock up the various beggars and thieves and gamblers and cheats who idle in the streets. District of Chorrol. There are 5 main districts of Chorrol. When you enter the gate, you find yourself in Fountain Gate, before the fine pole and statue of the Saint of Saint Chorrol, in memory of who died in that great battle. Around the fountain are the 2 inns, the general store, and the smith. 1 street leads east to the castle, 1 north to Great Hope Place, 1 west to Chapel Street on West Chorrol. Chapel Street leads west to the chapel, past the bookstore, and tends to the crude shacks gathered around the well of West Chorrol. Around Great Hope Place are the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild and many fine houses. The Chapel of Stendhal. The Chapel of Stendhal is beautiful and perfect for travelers, meditations, and prayer. Every Sunday's morning, you will find the best citizens gathered with their good countess for worship. You may be surprised to learn that not all people of Chorrol follow the model of their countess, for many are very idle and careless in their devotions. This is certainly the responsibility of the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild, whose members fail to set a good example for Chorrol's citizens. The elderly priestess of the chapel, Orat Krabagrol, he is a kindly, righteous soul, and it would be far better to purchase your spares from her than from the godless heathens of the Mages Guild. Chorrol Guilds. The Fighters Guild's member, who, led by the excellent and honorable Vilena Danton, are dirty and uncouth in their speech, and often to be found lazing about, in their chapter house or wandering in the town and engaging in loose talk. How much better he would be if they improved their characters by regular attendance at the chapel of Standard. The excellent smith is an exception, being often seen at her devotions at the chapel. The members of the Chorrol Mages Guild are for the most part shiftless scholars and students who spend their time reading, quarreling, and brewing full concoctions. They are well-spoken and well-educated, but what good is such learning if they fail to improve their souls by penitence and prayers? You may purchase spells and potions from these persons, but it will only encourage them in their irreverent amusements and wicked idleness. Goods and services. The proprietor of Northern Goods and Trade, Sidnux, is an Argonian, but unlike so many of her countrymen, she is clever, honest, and well-spoken. Isn't that remarkable? She is so accomplished that she offers training in the mercantile arts, but you will not purchase goods from her cheaply. I am told by those who know that the smith of fire and steel, Rasheda, the RedGuard, is a very fine craftsman who often training in her craft, and she is always to be found in Sunday's chapel worship. But she is fresh and disrespectful, and her manners and dress leave something to be desired. Renaud's books is fairly clean and has a wide selection of books, but will you believe that I found not a single copy of 10 Commandments of the 9 Divines? Nor have I ever seen the proprietress in the chapel of Standard. There are only 2 places where you may purchase food and lodging. One is proper and clean, frequented by decent citizens. The other is rude and dirty, and a meeting place for drunkards, thieves, and hawks. The one is run by a well-dressed, dignified, and proper matron. The other is run by a careless young woman. The one is called the Hawk and Crozier. The other is called the Grey Mare. I'm sure you know which one to visit if you want a clean and safe bed. Notable citizen of Chorrol. Casta Scribonia, the author, lives in Chorrol. She is a well-educated and well-traveled woman, but she writes books which I cannot recommend, for they are full of romance and gossip and other offensive and wasteful indulgences, and their heroes do not present to our children the proper models of virtue, duty, honor, and reverence that all followers of the 9 Divine must love and hold in their hearts. Shameful features of Chorrol. You will often see townfolks gathered in mischiefs and loose talk around the great hawk near the fighters and mages guilds. One man, very sly, named Hondita, knows all about the surrounding lands, and he offers to teach skills for a fee. But one never sees him in the chapel, and one suspects that he is given to profanity, strong drink, and brawling. There are many thieves and murderers in Chorrol. They even secretly teach their crafts for fees in their homes. And where is the Chorrol guard? Nowhere to be seen, I'm sorry to say. The beggars in Chorrol are dirty, but they are free of disease, cheerful and polite. You may give a coin to one to ease your soul, but it does little to improve a beggar, for it will soon be squandered on gambling, strong spirit, or other mischief. 9 gods and 9 blessings. Okay, has nothing to do about our actual query, and we don't know what we're looking for. I guess we're still looking for those mini chests. If you follow along from some previous episodes that I will link in the description, apparently we're following tracks, and the clues are often in some mini chests on the tables. or somewhere.